Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign, episode 139 with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we had once more suffered a few more defeats, which sounds bloody tragic, I know. But don't worry, that's coming to an end. We just had a little bit of a rough period, mainly because of Julii putting up more fight than I expected. But what we're up to now is we are going to hit them really hard in the back. I have got a navy on its way carrying plenty of troops, and we are going to hit Sparta, and we are going to hit it hard. We're going to stage an invasion of the Julii's undefended southern territories while they're all focused on pushing their troops up north. If we can get in there and establish a foothold, mainly in the Corinthian area of Greece, then we will have our ability to have a strong hold out, especially if we just chuck a fort down here or something. So that's what we're up with now. We're up to trying to circumnavigate the Julii, because we near enough have control of the sea. Our naval power is pretty tough, so if we can make sure we can wrest control of it from the Julii, we should be laughing, really. I am also going to try and prepare some additional ships. I've got some ships here which I should move with, but they are currently policing the Brutii, as they do have a large navy building, and I think this army is trying to escape somewhere, so we're making sure the Brutii remain suppressed for the minute, and they will be dealt with in due course. I was going to deal with them earlier, but unfortunately things have just meant we haven't been able to deal with them. And we do have a little bit of money left, but we are pretty much at the end of this turn, so we are going to see if there's anything left to do before we end this turn, because I kind of just had a killer headache yesterday, so that's probably why I wasn't playing too well. Today I only have a slight headache, so a step is a step. So yeah, we've got all our navies on the move. Captain Giskin, we need to get you out of here. We need to get you back to Gestica with what's left of your army, because I don't want you being hunted down by the enemy anymore. So, not really a lot I can do in terms of merging units, by the way, because there's sod all left in this army. But we'll retrain it. We'll retrain whatever we have left. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I've just got two random Libyan spearmen out on the move. Well, either way, we're going to try and get all these troops back to Patavium and not Segestica. Segestica doesn't have capacity for retraining. We're going to just basically push back to Patavium and get ourselves ready, because there is also still the problematic problem of a very large Julii army lurking near Arretium, which means they're up to something, and I want that army eliminated. And potentially, if we can eliminate that army, I might just be able to help myself to Rimnium, because it doesn't technically massively border Rome, so the Senate may stay out of it, and then I would also have more control over the Adriatic Sea, which is really one of the naval theatres where we really want to clamp down, because there is a there is a lot of trade going on in between the Julii and Brutii, so we need to really just make sure that isn't happening, otherwise the enemy's just been getting away with loads more trade, and we want to just kind of put a stop to all trade. Well, obviously I don't want to put a stop to all trade, I just want to make sure all trade is my trade and making me money. But we pretty much have every town recruiting and constructing. We have troops moving here, there and everywhere, getting themselves ready for new things, because we have to try and draft up a new army. Building a new army in Iberia as well, just because we're going to have to get additional troops sent over. And Carthage and Thapsus have decided to start shrinking, by the way, which is always bloody brilliant. I am improving the farming capacity of these two towns, though, which should help us out. But yeah, we are pretty much going to go to the next turn. We're going to observe what the Egyptians get up to, mainly observe what the Julii get up to. The Brutii, we can observe them, but right now they're a bit more docile than usual, which is good. Either way, we're going to go to the next turn, and we're going to observe what happens. Managed to intercept, or at least, you know, get ourselves into Apollonia. Yeah, it's once more one of those rather one-dimensional Julii armies watching it, but at the same time, hitting Apollonia won't be the most strategically sound option, so we are going to be best off hitting Sparta. Hitting Apollonia means we're just going to get curb stomped from two different directions, so we're going to leave this town alone for now.
Take down fortifications.
Right, so someone's taking down their fortifications, but I think that just means the Julii are abandoning that fort that they took from us. Right, looks like we've got some armies moving up, and they are going to try and annoy us. And while I would happily go and attack Captain Owlus,
Orders?
it seems that Captain Luca will just immediately reinforce him, so an attack is not really on the cards, and we're going to have to just retreat into Segestica, because I think the Julii are going to hit that. Right, we don't have enough room, by the way, so basically troops who actually have a hope in hell of being retrained can enter. Other troops will get merged as well, so this is just going to be a little bit of admin here. So right, you get merged, you get merged. And let's see if we can just fit everything else in. Right, we can't quite fit everything else in. Right, Iberians in, you in, Circuit Band definitely in, you lot will be disbanded. And then let's keep moving everything in, and there we go. Right, so I managed to move everything into here. The army here actually isn't too bad now. We do have quite a few troops, but I don't think we have enough to take on both these armies at once. Then again, we might. Our army is quite depleted, but at the same time I don't really want to have the enemy turning up at my doorstep and getting in my way, because really I'm trying to just get Patavium up to scratch at the minute, since we are still in the process of trying to recruit additional units in order to make sure we have a standing army ready to attack the Julii with. If I was to set all of these dudes, are we going to be able to pull off an attack? No, we're not, right? So we can't really get all my troops scrambled out for an attack. So is it really going to happen anyway? Can you guys get merged by the way? No, right. What capacity do we have for retraining? None, because population here is too low, right? Anything that's super low then is going to get disbanded in this town. So these guys are going to be disbanded. These guys can be disbanded as well. Slingers, we'll try and merge them up as well. And we'll just disband the leftovers. There we go. Poenis, we'll try and merge you up there. And we'll also merge you up there. Skirmishes, you're fine. Slingers, you're fine. Just disband this little leftover again. Yeah, we've got a few troops, but we can't get them all out of the city next turn, so it unfortunately looks like we're going to have a Julii on our doorstep, which isn't really good. Does mean they are pushing back, and now Titus Propertius is on his way, so we got to get ourselves ready for an incoming attack. What troops do I have lying around in Corrales at the minute? Nothing that's really good, but I do have a few Poenis and Libyan spearmen. I'm going to have those be sent off, so if I could get, and where's that? Oh, that Brutally Navy is attempting to get right. Philosia, can you blow him away? Thank you very much. Right, good. Akat won't get there in time, but Akat, you might have a chance of taking down these pirates, so I want you to have a go at that. Perfect, right, those pirates are gone. I know they're in Roman waters, but those pirates are only going to go and get in my way. Akat, oh, he is carrying a huge army. Caius Propertius is on the move, right. Don't really have anything that's going to get in his way now, so he is on the loose. Sakabul, I want you just in nearby area as well. I know he's weak, but anything that can kind of distract that Brutii Navy would be cool. By the way, Forest and Leather is born. Himalkar Tunis now has a grain merchant, and Temens and Mainika has a mistress. Right, Corrales, I want you to start working on a triune, because I want to ship some troops over to Italia. And by the way, construction report, Carfago Nova has a dockyard, Limonum some sewers, and Massilla completed its royal palace, so it has now maxed its growth out. Let's start working on a foundry then, just to make sure the troops we are recruiting are of the best quality possible. Great. Right, Right, how are we doing in the other parts of the world? Right, Mycenae, you're there. Where is Hannibal? Right, Hannibal has been intercepted by some stupid Julii. Let's just keep moving and just ignore them for now. We should be able to hit Sparta in a few turns, so we will do what we can there. Mycenae, well, Giskin's actually in the area for retrain. Giskin, you know what? You can go over there and do some fighting. You can get in there and be retrained, and then we're going to dispatch your troops to somewhere. By the way, this army is pretty much done. We've got plenty of Poenis. I'm waiting on some sacred band to be recruited from Messana. Messana, could you also recruit some additional Libyan spearmen? Because I know you've got a case of for blues, so therefore I'm just giving you a few extra things to do. Just to alleviate your misery. Though you are right now bleeding me dry, so right, it didn't even work. Right, why are you so unhappy? Well, it's because we're on a cultural build policy. Why don't we switch to a nice growth build policy then, and then you will be a little less unhappy. There we go. Perfect. We are building something to increase loyalty in the settlement. Brilliant. Right. Whew. So much to do this turn, so little time. You lot, by the way, how are we for getting back to Caserta? Right, back to Caserta with you lot. Get retrained, and then we're going to move the next turn. What else can we do? There is so much to do, isn't there? There is so much to do. Right, Mediolanum, I want your troops, whatever you have, shipping into Patavium. And therefore, we'll be a little bit more ready should the Julii come a knocking. So if we could work on some extra sacred band here, and then maybe a few Libyan spearmen, add a few Poeni in, and then that makes the town not sulk. Segesta, I really do want to go for a Rhymnium if I'm honest, but I know there's that big Julii army lurking. So I guess I'll just hold the course for now, but I am probably going to have to ship your troops out very soon. Do know we have our new assassin in the area, so I want you to get going. Did I recruit a new spy, by the way? I know I did, yes. Zeuxius, right. 75% chance to intercept, 88% chance to intercept a family member. Go spawn a family member just to see if you can initially get your traits up. Right. You did a good little spy on him, didn't get any traits up, so not really worth it. 6% chance of killing this dude, by the way. There's also a Britannian diplomat in the area. He's got such a low chance of being killed, it's not worth the effort. And there isn't really a lot of sabotaging to do, unfortunately. Right. What do we know about his army, though? We know a lot more now. We know that it's relatively tough. We have got a few legionary cohorts. We've got an urban cohort and an early. 2 units of Samnite gladiators. Quite a generous smattering of artillery. And a lot of barbarian mercenaries as well. So it's not really going to be an army where I want to bring an elephant, but I don't know. Potentially, I think we could take this army. The only issue is, it's right next to Arretium's garrison, which does contain Praetorian cavalry, which might just be enough to make the battle go a little bit sour for us. So, if this guy moves away, I think we may be able to challenge him on the field. But for now, we'll leave him be. And I'm going to send this guy south to find other things to do. We could attack a Senate guy, another Senate guy, or another Senate guy, and have no luck at all. So, tell you what, head south and cause trouble for the Brutii. As for you, Rusicada, continue observing Tarentum. No, that Decius Fannius is in the area, who's now current leader of Brutii. Servius Maelius is marching his army out somewhere as well, and it's a pretty tough army. We need to be more proactive, because I feel like the enemy's trying to be a bit resurgent, and we don't really want that, do we? By the way, we're going to sink Vibius, or at least make him run away. This is just my little campaign to basically win the Adriatic. I'm going to blockade one of these ports here, start cutting off the enemy's trade. And you are going to march in there, and you are going to play pool with those ships, as in you're going to make them all just spread out and just blow up. Yep, there we go. They've all just scattered like... basically like smashing something, and that's clearing out the Adriatic for me, which means we can start blockading and causing lots of nasty problems for the enemy. Right. Oh yeah, we get to fight the Egyptians this turn. It looks like the Egyptians have noticed what I'm up to, and they're like, hang about, mate. So it looks like they're sending extra things, and they did take Cyrene, by the way. We will be at Cyrene within 2 turns, in terms of my diplomat, who will go and have a chat with a local representative. Milkaram, I want you to keep moving up. Looks like there isn't really a lot going on in terms of Egyptians moving up. But we do need to deal with Captain Acheniot this turn, please. Lepsis Magna, by the way, keep on with the recruitment and also with the retraining. So start recruiting some Sacred Band, please. And Fapsus, Clapsus. Start working on a unit of armoured elephants as well, because we need more elephants, or as many elephants as we can. Work some additional Sacred Band. And then when we have, what we're going to do is we'll cluster our troops and we'll head off to send more troops against the enemy, providing I can broker a peace deal with the Egyptians, because that's what we need, really. Demidi, by the way, you continue to insult me with your sulkiness, so just keep working on that. Serta, you're doing fine, but we could do some construction if I wanted to. Royal Cavalry Stables sound tempting. Great Estates are also tempting. Scriptorium, Secret Police HQ. I'm gonna go with, I don't know, does Triceres have kids? I don't think he does, actually. No, he doesn't. He's barren. Great Estates? No. Cavalry Stables, Siege Engineer. Go for Royal Cavalry Stables, because it's another source of mass elephant recruitment for myself. Tingy, you're doing fine, right? Just because, you know, an extra time where I can recruit armoured elephants is always useful to me. Corrales, by the way, you need to lower your taxes a little bit just to prevent the ongoing grumbling among the population. Anyway, I think it's high time we smash the enemy up a little bit. So, I want you, my senior Corrales, to take your troops. We could have mercenaries, by the way, but we don't actually have capacity for mercenaries. Either way, take your troops and engage Captain Acheniot on the field. I hope for a good result in my favour. He's taken us up on our challenge, and we have a strength ratio of 6-5 in my favour. So it looks like a victory could be within our grasp, though we are going to have to work for this one. In terms of men, we are actually just about even, with less than 100 men in between it, less than 50 for that matter. And what are we fighting? Well, we are fighting quite a lot of Pharaoh's bowmen, Pharaoh's Guard, who, once more, not to brag or anything, but are worse than my Sacred Band. So, Sacred Band, you should be very happy that you're way better. We're also fighting off quite a few skirmishers who basically look like Libyan mercenaries. So, yeah, I mean, Libyan mercenaries, honestly, they're not that fantastic. They can do the job, but there's way better units out there. So yeah, Nubian spearmen, yeah, they can form a phalanx, but usually they seem to break quite easily. A lot of chariots, though. They did make things quite tense for me last time. They do seem to die easily once you get engaged with them, because they need mobility. But we need to make sure that they're not running around trying to get the better of me, because they can be quite annoying. Looks like all the chariots, though, are just melee-focused chariots, which means they will be lured into fighting us. And since we do usually use a lot of spears, we should be alright, you know. There's nothing frustrating like a chariot archer. Unit of desert axes, yeah, we can deal with that. And also a few slingers. But usually the Egyptians don't use them as well as I do, which once more does sound like bragging, but yeah. I think I have slingers down, whereas these guys don't. Either way, I suspect it'll be quite the pitched battle, and there's another guy on his way, so we need to win and then we need to run, because I don't think we could take this guy on within the same turn. So make this one count, Messina, and also try not to die like your father did. That was not good for me.
Men, this battle is inevitable, but victory hangs in the balance. Act with courage, O noble soldiers, and victory is in our grasp. And as the battle is joined, remember, my noble soldiers, they have fear in their hearts. Fear of you!
Okay, men, let's get ready to rumble. So, first things first, there's archers on the field. Archers who can do some very, very, very wicked, nasty things to elephants. So, elephants, to make sure this does not happen, you will deploy at the back of the field and you will not join until those archers are neutralized or otherwise distracted. Last time that we did fight the Egyptians, their archers weren't really used to maximum effectiveness. We may be able to bring the elephants in a little earlier, but because I know that the AI will immediately go to snipe elephants as soon as they detect them, we must be cautious. Now, because the enemy does have slingers, I do want to make sure we have a weaker front in a weird sense of speaking. But basically, I want the Poenis to be tanking any slinger shots that are coming. Also, they can try and rebuff any advances made by the enemy's chariots. So, Poenis are pretty effective in that department anyway. Sacred Band will be at the rear, but they will be a little more flexible in some aspects because there are a lot of chariots around, so we need to be wary of our flanks, which is why we'll have the Libyan spearmen deploy here on the flank. So they are basically watching for enemy chariots trying to sneak around. Iberians will be general infantry support. These guys will be good for trying to engage slingers and desert axes, so we'll keep them there. Long Shield Cavalry, you're my weaker cavalry unit, but you'll be good for chasing down the lower tier archer units that are being brought by the Egyptians, so I'll have you guys here. And as for Massiana and his Sacred Band Cavalry, you guys will chase down the higher tier enemy archers, so you'll be here. Slingers, quite naturally, you are going to be at the very front doing what you do best. Heavy Onager, you're going to be here also doing what you do best, and things will just move you back a little bit. There we go. We will try and play the artillery game first as well, mainly because the enemy has not got any artillery at all. They do have more mobility and they do have quite a few archers, but if the artillery gods are in our favour today, we will be able to deal some serious damage. And quite naturally, skirmishers, you are at the rear as usual, because that is where I like to have you. So, there we go. So, we'll manoeuvre our Sacred Band around quite freely, if need be. But otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hold the enemy, and then when we're done, we're going to move in and we're going to go for a flat-out engagement. I'll have my Poenis focus on a Nubian spearmen and other general Egyptian infantry units and the Pharaoh's bowmen. Sacred Band will be used to eliminate Pharaoh's guard later on in the battle. That's how I'm thinking of it. Terrain is quite flattish, sort of. It is a bit of a hill, so the enemy does have a hill to defend themselves on, but it's not really a big hill as such, so we should be okay for that sort of thing. I mean, it's kind of a bland battlefield, really anywhere where we're going to try and spring some surprises against me. Anyway, enough flapping of the jawbone. Let's get on and send the enemy home, because I'm going to hone my bone. Right, that's the poetry and comedy over, if you want to call it that. Let's just do it, right. Now, it looks like the enemy decided to deploy all the way over here for some reason, because I think they were just doing that to piss me off. Right. Sacred Band, I'm going to have you maneuver yourselves here, because we've already got chariots inbound. They are going to basically try and take the piss. By the way, Heavy Onager, target the centre front unit. Right, what have we got moving over there? We have got chariots. The enemy didn't really bring any other cavalry for me to worry about today, at least, so that is in my favour, but they are already moving in as fast as they can. Right, slingers, I'd get behind that line if I were you. Right, slingers are getting behind the line, but luckily, yeah, we're gonna rebuff this quite quickly. Oh, that was a general actually. Okay.
Only by a desire to save his own skin.
Right. God, this battle's already going to weirdness. As in, it's not really going to shit, but this battle's big. This is most unorthodox, if I must say so. Cavalry, try and delay those chariots and keep them occupied. You two, what have we got incoming on this back? Skirmishers. Oh, they're always fun to take out. Take down the skirmishers. You chase down those Pharaoh's bowmen. The Egyptians are trying to surround us, which is very, very odd because their numbers definitely aren't superior, but oh fuck.
General has sacrificed himself. But will this bring victory? Or cause your men to turn and run?
What is it with this particular branch of a family and always dying to Egyptians? Right, whatever. Right, it's probably because I badly micromanaged him. I basically sent him to his death, right. That has not done well for this flank of battle. It has kind of pushed it into breaking point, so we're not doing well over there. Some of my cavalry as well. Actually, no, my cavalry's doing quite well. We are pushing the enemy away, right, but I'm going to try and avoid cavalry on chariot engagements. Let's make those a no-no from now on, because it seems that when that happens, we lose. And I don't like losing. Losing's something we want to avoid, because we're doing enough of that to the Romans. Right, Libyan spearmen, keep it up. Keep hitting these chariots. We are pushing them into a rout, and jeez, I just don't know what's fucking going on in this battle anymore. Right, Onagers, I want you to call it a day. I don't really want you hitting anything. I know you want to try, actually, you know, if you are going to hit something, use accurate rocks only. Try and hit something in the back, but let's just be wary that we do have a lot of stuff going on over here. Right, you long shields, I want you to try and get away. Iberians, oh god, this is not good. Right, Sacred Band, I want you to turn and face and help out. I'm sending a unit of Iberian infantry kind of sacrificially. We're going to use some mini elephants to also have a go at it. Where those? Oh god, 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 god. These Egyptian chariots are making this quite a pest now. Because they are everywhere, and I want to fucking monitor these. It's like herding fucking cats. Right. I've got some elephants moving in to try and keep the chariots delayed. How that's going to work out, I don't bloody know. Right, and we are losing some flanks in this battlefield now. Right, Iberians, I need you to get in and help. I've got Poenis doing everything they can, but we are losing multiple fronts. Right, elephants, they're doing fine over there. I honestly don't know if... I think the Pharaoh's bowmen actually have given up for this battle, so I'm going to start bringing the armored elephants because we need their missile support. We also just straight up need those elephants in this battle now. I can't just sit around and wait. Elephants seem to actually be fucking losing to chariots, so right, this is not good. I'm losing a lot of men to routing at this point because these fucking chariots are just causing absolute headaches for me at this point. I mean, the Egyptian general actually goes and fucking mongs it by being an idiot, and then God, they just fucking spread like lice, these guys. Right, elephants, speed it up. I am risking the berserk, but we need the elephants in here, and we need them now. We've been punked by the infantry because the fucking bastard chariots have just gone everywhere, and it's just caused bloody chaos for me because when I bring this many chariots to the bloody battlefield, micromanaging my units to keep on top of their bloody chariots becomes an absolute nightmare. Anyway, we'll do what we can, but at this point it feels like we're starting to lose this frontier of well, the campaign. So looks like my forces in Italy won't be getting those reinforcements that they wanted, since we are having to now focus on deflecting the Egyptians, especially if another army is on its way, which is kind of why I do want to try and get back to our original peace agreement. And yes, it was me who broke the agreement, but let's face it, Egypt was fucking pushing its luck with me. I knew what they were up to. I had to preemptively stop them before it got out of hand. Anyway, it looks like we've lost this battle. I'm going to pull these troops out. We don't have the capacity to win anymore. The armoured elephants, they're a little bit too beyond the pale at this point because there are a lot of units surrounding them, but they are a very valuable unit to me, so I'm going to try and pull them out. Anyway, all units need to be pulling out of battle at this point because we have lost this frontier to the Egyptians. It is absolutely bloody tragic, but I'm not angry at losing this battle, by the way. I'm not angry. I mean, my men did what they could. They honestly did what they could. Losing the general, my fault entirely, but it's a bloody enemy. I think I'm not too used to fighting these guys, and it was just taking on these stupid bastard chariots that's made it go all wrong for us. I mean, these chariots, sometimes they're bloody fragile as anything and they'll go down, and then other times they'll just be hard as nails and then we won't get anywhere with them. Right, we've got incoming as well. We've got a bloody unit of pharaohs. What is right, elephants, if you can, I want you to try and insert that unit of pharaohs bowmen before this battle is over. You know, because if you're going to be the last guys to leave a battle, we may as well make sure you carve a great big path through the enemy lines. And yeah, those guys are going to escape before battle is joined, so it's okay. You lose, Egypt. You bloody lose, right? Well, I don't want, but you know what I mean, right? Got a big line of spears trying to prevent my escape now. Elephants, try and do what you can. They are very shaken at this point, and a berserk is now a very serious risk, so we need to make sure we are leaving this battlefield as soon as possible. Onagers, I told you to withdraw a long time ago, by the way. And it looks like you're refusing to listen to me, so,
Fall back!
at least if they're going to fall back, it looks like they want to take their artillery with them, so, right, if they die, it's on their remit then, because they haven't listened to me, and, well, that's just their own issue. Right, elephants, I want you to pull out of battle, but you got, just, you know, once more, just try and carve your way out of there, you know, just fucking be a force of nature, really. We are taking down some more of these chariots, it seems, but next time we fight the Egyptians, we got to be more prepared, and we got to be more circular in our formation. We've got to make a box, really. We've got to go for a more squared off formation, because what's happened is the Egyptians are a much more mobile faction than we are. I mean, Carthage does have flexibility, don't get me wrong on that, but I think the issue was we've just gotten a bit too bogged down with using phalanxes and being quite stiff with them. So we need to be much more flexible. But even as the elephants retreat, we are still hitting them as hard as we can with those bows and arrows. So, you know, we don't just give up even in retreat. We are just making sure they are left with a little parting gift. Those onagers, by the way, are routing now properly. They just had to be scared into doing it. And Sacred Band, these guys didn't seem to get the message about routing. So you're a bit surrounded at this point, but hey, there's a free kill over there. So get in there, Sunshine. As for you lot as well, you guys should have retreated a while ago, so try and get out of there. I was pretty sure I'd given you both a retreat order, but if you don't want to listen to it, then so be it. But hey, you managed to push these guys into retreat, so that's more dead chariots. Right. Focus on getting yourselves out of there now, lads. You can break formation, by the way. I'd rather you just get out of there as fast as you can. Just leave the battlefield, because the Egyptians are going to move in and they are going to try and intercept you as fast as possible. So let's be stealthy, let's be navigatable, let's just make sure that we get away from the Egyptians. We'll have to fall back, regroup, rethink. Luckily we do have troops available for a regroup, so it's not like, you know, we're not going to lose everything because of this, but we've had better days. Right, just be careful of where you're going because you're going to get intercepted. Try and keep yourselves away from the enemy. Oh, you guys have engaged. Ah, but you've routed.
Our army has been soundly beaten, and even now the enemy must be plotting fresh atrocities.
Let's hope they aren't plotting anything because I don't like dealing with the Egyptians. Either way, we did lose, yes, but you know what? We still took a nice, satisfactory chunk of the enemy down with us. We took down 1,000 of their men. I have definitely lost quite a few more. I mean, yeah, I lost over half of mine, but they lost just about half of theirs. So it does even out in some aspects, and I can quickly retreat for reinforcements where the Egyptians, they've got to go all the way back to Seaworth for that, really. So we're going to go back, we're going to regroup, and we're going to come back with fresh ideas and tactics, because next time we deal with an army of that scope, we have a bit of a better idea what we're doing. And hey, that's only the first loss against the Egyptians we've had anyway, really, isn't it? I mean, next time, we'll just make sure our formation accounts more for the flanks, because it looks like that's what the Egyptians like to target, and also micromanage that fucking general because he dies a lot. I think I've wiped out the Corrales line of a family now, so whoopsie daisies. Okay, looks like Captain Jubal may get intercepted within the next turn, so if we do have to fight, we are going to try and just retreat. But it was a heroic death, and you know, I just want to see. Did I wipe out that entire line of a family now? Because he was heir to the, he actually was heir to the bloody fraud as well. Shit. Yeah, no, actually no, because it was Agira and Kosmainika who was. But yeah, the Corrales family has now been wiped out by me. So, yeah, that wasn't really very smart of me. Right. Oh well, we still have plenty of other family members to wipe out anyway. Hopefully the ones we are being wiped out will be more Roman in nature. Anyway, what is left to do during this turn, since we do still have quite a bit of time left to play with? Well, still got 4 grand in the bankaroony, so I think we were going to work on Iberia for a bit. But while we do have infantry at Leptis Magna, I'm going to just move our troops down to Leptis Magna. Does trigger Saltkin Thapsus, yes I know. So we are still set up on that growth build policy. We are building secret police. You know what, can we put that on hold? I mean, can we just go for the secret police HQ instead? Work on a unit of Sacred Band, work on a unit of Libyan Spearmen. Actually, you know what? I want more Libyan Spearmen. I think Libyan Spearmen, I know they're not as great as Poenes, but they are still counter cavalry and they still have that little bit of extra flexibility that we don't quite get with Poenes. So those guys might be more suited for doing that. And no governance, yeah, that's just... lack of a governor has actually created a issue there. Right, well, Fap says you're just going to have to tank it out because I'm having a bit of a shortage on family members unless Nepta wants to give up its governor. Abdinul Khan, I don't know. Nepta, what will happen if you lose your governor? Nepta would be fine with it. Bit smiffed, but yeah. Okay, can you get yourself up to Fap since you're going to govern it for a little bit since Nepta doesn't necessarily really need a governor anyway. Just keep focusing on your growth and you'll be fine, right? Demidi, you're fine. Tingy, you're fine. Corduba, we are still recruiting stuff here. I'm going to have troops gather up in Oscar. That's going to be our little dispensary centre where we're going to have all our troops. I've got all these guys moving up to Patavium anyway, so you guys just keep moving up to Patavium, please. Abdisham, you're fine. Rabadi, let's get you in now, actually. Nothing to do in here as well, so we're doing cool. Yeah. So Corduba's working on troops. Scalabis, I know you're sulking, but how about you work on some troops as well instead of troops you have to work on? I'm bloody shy, but hey, you know what? An extra unit of Libyan spearmen never did me any harm, so get me an extra unit of Libyan spearmen because there's a lot of enemy Praetorian cavalry there. So you know what? I think if we try and employ that same attitude as well, I have a bit of a lackluster attitude with Libyan spearmen. They are useful. Because even if they are a relatively basic counter-cavalry unit, they have so much more maneuverability than my lovely, stupid Poetes. So yeah. Right, we're putting troops on here, by the way. Captain Hannah, load up your troops. What I have there is near enough really to deal with those tribal rebels, so I'll give you one extra one of these, give you the Libyan spearmen, right. That should honestly be enough to conquer Tara, so go up there and do it properly this time around. Even though there may be pirates in the area. Right, Lamonum, you can have your whatever back and just start working on that. Do I really want to build a navy here? No, I don't. Construction, we can work on something. Work on a dockyard, actually, just because we are getting a bit more trade here. Though a communal farming is tempting. But we'll do that dockyard first. We can look at communal farming later down the line. Hello, Captain Tascavanius. You're still just doing your thing, just mooching. Can we work on some Poani infantry here, by the way? Lugnum, you're working on some slingers. No, we haven't really got enough money to finance any more construction. Masilla's working on something now. We've got everyone working on something, so we've got more troops in the process of being created. So we should be okay. Since I do suspect we are going to get attacked by the Julii within the next turn, or, you know, close to the next turn. You guys going to make it to Patavium this turn? They actually are going to be at the walls. I don't think they are going to attack Segestica. If Segestica's attacked, we should be able to hold out against one of the armies, but I will have to send for relief from Patavium. But it would be an opportunity to start drilling out some of these Julii armies, so we'll see what happens in that aspect. There is a Julii diplomat in the area, but I don't think the Julii are interested in diplomacy anymore. Brutii seem to be interested in diplomacy, but it's more like they can never be bothered, so yeah, unless we're just refusing to meet them, then, oh well, that's fine with me, really. Get that Sacred Band Cavalry into Syracuse, by the way. That is enough troops just about now. So I want this lot loading up on that ship, please. That is quite a juicy army I have built up. We've got some skirmishers, we've got cavalry, spears, poenies. Got a little bit of everything, so we'll wait for that one last unit, and then we're going to set off next turn, because we also need to repair this Quinquereme. But then we're going to try and hit Corinth, or maybe even this town, really. Either way, we're sending armies now just to basically, we're going to go and smash for Julii. But it's just going to have to be my European forces that are doing this, because Africa right now, we're going to be preoccupied with dealing with the Egyptians, because things are not going sideways, but I'm getting concerned. Serti, you're doing some retraining, so we'll set your troops off next turn. Tingy, you don't have enough troops for me to use. Demidi, you're going to start contributing now, because all you're doing is training fucking peasants, so you're at least going to train one useful unit to me, so get to work, please. Right. That does pretty much bring me to the end of this turn. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. So we are going to jump to the end now, and we are going to observe our enemies one more time. So let us go to the next turn. Right, looks like that Brutei Navy didn't wander off anywhere, because I was a bit concerned about where they were going. Thapsus has been hit by a bit of rioting, but... Right, we're just going to have to try and get it out of their system. We will have a governor installed within 2 turns at least. Public order isn't like massively horrible there, it's just getting a little shitty. Should recover once we have governance reinstated in the area. Right, path blocked. Stupid diplomat got lost, right. We were getting, well, we're not getting attacked by Britannians, we're just getting surrounded by them because they're like hovering. And Campus Scythia is now Britannian, by the way. Great. I think I know which faction's getting wiped out of this game next, then. Right, try and make your way to another Scythian area. Don't even know why I'm doing this. I just want to bully someone for money because I'm pathetic, really. Right, end of term report. Little bit of money lost, but we are still very, very rich. So we can take it, but let's try and make sure we're not losing too much. Hello there, random Julii captain who's wandered in, by the way, Captain Caius. Are you even worth the effort? Because, to be honest, in my opinion, you're not. I will kick you out my lands nevertheless. Construction report, by the way. Parma has an academy. Corduba, some irrigation. There's a Parma. Is there anything we can work on with you right now? Parma ideally should now do a bit more recruitment for myself. We can work on a secret police HQ. Yeah, go for Secret Police HQ just to make sure your public order is tippity-toppity shaped. But do start working on some Power infantry. I'm going to get a few extra troops from here. Corduba completed its irrigation, so we can work on some great estates now if I so choose, but I would like a foundry. Tingy completed the catapult range. I don't really want to build anything else here for now. Just keep working on some Sacred Band. Suggested some sewers, so start working on irrigation just to continue improving our food production in the area. We are getting better and better in this area as well, at least, so that's good. Tingy has a catapult range. Mediolanum completed your execution square. We could upgrade that to a secret police HQ now, so I will go for that as well. I am spending a lot on construction today, aren't I? But yeah, that'll do. And Masana also built one as well, but Masana, yeah, I'm not going to bother with the secret police HQ for you because your public order's a little bit better, so... That's good for me. Right, Admiral Mykerton, you have a full navy now, don't you? Yes, you do. Well, a full army. Full quinkery. I want you to take this lovely little Sacred Band here. He's going to board your ship, and I want you to go to Corinth and have yourself a lovely holiday / kill the Julii. Hannibal, you keep moving as well. You are scheduled for arrival now 3 turns from now, so I am very cool with that. And we still got plenty. Where have those Julii gone, by the way? Oh, they did go for Patavium. Good, good, good. Pleasant, predictable Julii. I might be able to destroy them. Right. By the way, you lot, get shifted up and share your experiences. And start murdering Julii navies at your whim. Thank you very much. Could continue hitting them, or we could quickly do a cheeky blockade of Apollonia, which I'm always tempted to do. There we go. Look at all that trade instantly get shut down.
Ready to sail.
It's so pleasant. In fact, there's barely any Julii trade going on now at all. We should probably try and blockade another port, or you know what, you head north, hit that navy, and then blockade Salona, because there's still a little bit of trade coming out of it. Oh, no, we can just blockade Salona. Good. Right, is the Julii's economy going to take a major womp in there, because, well, I think they get on with the Britannians, they're probably trading, so it's not like they're womped, but, you know, that's going to definitely hurt, well, actually, it's going to hurt the Brutei more than anything on my blockade in there. Anyway, in terms of recruitment, Carthago Nova created some Libyan spearmen, Corduba some Sacred Banders, Turicus some skirmishers, Tingy some war efforts, Bacillus some Libyan spearmen, Dimidi some longshield cavalry, Corrales a trieme, Lugdunum some slingers, Scalabus some Libyan spears, Alicia some Poenis, Patavium some Poenis, Masana some Sacred Band, and Marinary Training Zone. Good, right. Still plenty to do this turn, and I'm very happy, by the way, that the Egyptians did not attack me. In fact, can you just go and see where the Egyptians are at? Right, they've pulled back a little bit. And his Captain Owix, I think the idiot captain that they had last time died, didn't he? Oh no, he's there. Captain Acheniot. His army has been cut down to size a little bit more. But right, Jubal, have a chat with the Egyptians and see if they'll talk, you know, see if we can just cease hostilities for a little bit. They'll probably want something in return because these guys are bloody bastards, but I'll entertain them for now. Right. I want peace. I want a ceasefire. What would you like in return? But wise and belligerent Pharaoh says no reason. Right. No, it doesn't work like that. No. I want a ceasefire. Like I said, except where we will attack, but, well, that doesn't really matter. I will also offer you my map information, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a tribute. Not a big one, because I'm not generous. Or at least my money is better suited for other things, but I'll give you, say, 2.5 grand. Oops, I meant to, yeah, look. One payment of 2.5 grand, 2,500. Now, I think that's quite a fair deal, so let's see if that helps them, because, you know, I'm the one giving, and I just want something, you know, I want my troops elsewhere. I don't want them bothering fighting you at the minute. And the Egyptians just don't want to know. Right, so we're basically in a full war of Egypt now. Brilliant! Right. I to observe any troop movements coming from sea with then. Probably taking out these 2 armies then, and maybe helping myself to Cyrene. Will probably quell the Egyptians and force them into peace with me, so we'll do what we can. Captain Jubal, you get moving back to Lepsis Magna, and we'll be ready to deal with things over there. Once more, I just love looking at all my trade, by the way. It is so much money coming for me. Remember how our economy was absolutely fucked a few episodes ago, and now it's actually doing quite well. Let's keep it that way. Right. Julii. How many ways do I hate you? I don't even need to count them on my hands, because I need extra hands in order to count the ways I hate you. I could probably do it with my hands and feet, but that would only add up to 20, and I'm pretty sure I'm on at least 21 at this point of reasons why I fucking hate the Julii. Right. Let's see what we're dealing with Captain Aulus. He's got a few troops. We don't really have a full readout on his army, which is not fantastic, but we'll do what we can. By the way, how are we doing Levarvum? Is Levarvum doing okay? Yeah, it's getting there. It's 2,000 for the next population growth level, so we will get there soon enough. Right. Patavium, take whatever troops you have, which is, you know, you have a generous selection. Well, not the most generous selection. We are lacking on the cavalry, which may make life a little harder for us, but we'll do what we can to overcome. For now, I would be very happy if you could eliminate Captain Aulus. Segestica, you will deal with Captain Luca. Since, as far as we can tell, I know there's another incoming Julii army somewhere, but if we can quickly run out and deal with him, then that might be beneficial to me. Anyway, strength ratio is 2-1 in my favour, as we outnumber the enemy by over 1,000 men-ish. Yes. Yeah, classic one-dimensional Julii army, and I will come up with new insults for the Julii at some point rather than just one-dimensional, but let's face it, this is pretty much all they ever bring. So we are dealing with some light auxilia, auxilia regulari, early legionary cohorts, legionary regulari, and Roman cavalry as a commander, so yeah. Basically, play it smart, use good matchups, have the artillery blast them down a little bit, and we should be good, right. Prepare to fight. The Julii will most likely take a defensive stance on its battlefield, or they will even run away. Which, actually no. The Julii do run away when they know they're losing, but they definitely do stay in the fight longer than the Brutii, who tend to cut and run as soon as they can, really. Still, we'll see if a general retreat is ordered, because if one is ordered, I want to try and get this army eliminated.
Let us pray to the heavens and then take up the sword and bow. The gods help those who help themselves! Today the vultures feast, but they will feast upon our enemies, not us!
Do we even have vultures in this part of the world? Whatever, right? So, Agiricus. First battle as leader of Carthage. Make it count, please. You have a big shiny unit of bodyguard now to help you out. Even though only 74 units. Oh well, you're doing alright. Actually, no wait, you're not even faction leader. I forgot your faction heir. Oh well. You'll be leader one day, slugger. Right, anyway. Onagers, up front, doing what you do best. Poenes, because we are dealing with a Pilum-happy, trigger-happy enemy, though, to be honest. Actually, we don't have that much second mass. You know what? Right. How many points do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, we'll do a line of 3 and then another line of 3. Sacred Band will be used on a as and when basis, or at least, you know, they're like my wild card unit. So 3, and then, oh wait, we have 7. Bloody hell, I can't count, can I? Right. So that actually makes 8. So we'll have a group of 4. Could have done that a bit better, really. So group of 4, there we go. Yeah, that's much better. Then we'll have a group of 4, which includes a Sacred Band on one of the flanks. So Sacred Band are just really more here for the ride, but they will just provide a little bit of bump on that flank. Let's just straighten up the formation a little bit. There we go. Right, brilliant. And then, God, this formation just looks kind of wonky. It's gonna start pissing me off. Right. Slingers up front as well. You know what you're doing. The thing you love to do is kill the enemy. So make sure you do kill many enemies today. So right, Slingers, we'll group you up. We'll disable your skirmish because we're going to try and do that lovely tactic we learned last time, which is hit the enemy with some stones, send them into a frenzy, and then lure them right into a line of spears. Skirmishers, you're at the back, along with the Iberian infantry, who are general infantry support. General, you are there being a general, right? Men, you know what to do. Eliminate the Julii, see that their army does not get many kills on you, because I don't like it when these weak armies get many kills on me, because it makes me look bad. And people are watching and judging me as I speak. So, get working. Okay, so we're preparing our first shot. I'll let the just take the first shot, and then I will give them a specific order. May as well to see if I get a lucky first shot. So it looks like the Julii are going to wait us out. So now we are going to target that front unit of auxiliary. Ooh, alright, it's only a light auxiliary we hit, but we're starting to hit them. Good. We're starting to put the fear of me in them. Right. Let's see. Ooh. Alright, not the best shot, but we can do better. It's alright. So the enemy has put more of their infantry on the front this time rather than putting a light auxiliary in. I hate how fucking bloody war dogs, they always seem to be a bloody magnet for my onagers, don't they? But yeah, we are going to... that was a crap shot. But yeah, usually the enemy puts their light auxiliary up front, which usually make a very easy target for my slingers. Oh well. If the enemy's going to just camp, I'm just going to allow myself to just continue hitting them with artillery. There isn't really one super duper unit to hit, but alright, I guess really trying to hit the Legionary Regulari would be a little better for me. So if we could just try and slant onto hitting those guys, you know, just make them the guy we're aiming for, we might just be able to get a few bonus hits out on them, because to be honest, let's face it, these firebolts go bloody everywhere, so it's worth a try. Come on guys, how long does it take you to rotate a catapult? There we go, right. Ooh, I've got a good feeling about that shot. Perfect shot. Nice, and that one just went somewhere else, but good shot there. I should just definitely give their unit a big... oh! Onager, you are just on it now. Right, we're definitely weakening down the biggest unit now. At least, you know, the most the most heavy hitter is getting weaker, and that is really what artillery should be doing. It should make anything that's going to hit us heavy in the main fight a lot weaker, because it may still hit heavy, but it's definitely lost its potential. It's lost its edge. It, you know, and it might be more likely to rout as well. If its numbers are smaller and my numbers are bigger, it might just decide to, you know, call it a day and run away. You know, being hit by the artillery isn't going to push it into a rout alone, unfortunately. Anyway, here comes another good shot, because, yeah, just chewing away at some of those light auxiliary as well, because their pilums can sometimes be a pain. They can get quite a few kills if they aim them properly, and I'm speaking from experience on using them from both sides of you. And, oh! Not gonna be a lot left of this unit by the time we've run out of ammo, by the way. Not a lot left at all. And hey, I ain't complaining about that. Oh no! I feel very sorry for this unit right now. I honestly do. At this rate, we're going to halve its strength before we've even run out of artillery. Hell, we're barely halfway through my artillery ammunition. Oh, actually, no, that's going to miss. But this one is actually going to miss as well. Alright. I think we'll start speeding it up now. I'm just going to double speed it because I'm actually having a lot of fun watching the enemy get absolutely wrecked by my artillery. But Alright, looks like we've lost our spark, so we'll just get a few more shots out, see if anything interesting happens. Alright, I think we've got at least one more hit on that light auxiliary there, but yeah, it looks like we're not. Oh! One in the cavalry. Good. I like that. Hitting the cavalry is always useful as well because they just blow up whenever they get hit. That one looked quite good to plan. Alright, keep it up. We're definitely doing well against these legionary cohorts, so... Oh, hang on. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that was just on the brink there. That was nearly another good hit against him. Right, let's speed it up one more time. Boom. Right, we hit the light auxiliary. I like that. Get another shot out. Keep these shots going. We hit the light auxiliary again. We've got down to 141 men. The other one's on 157. But I didn't the full strength one, but yeah. It's about 160 they usually have, so... We definitely are moving in the right direction in terms of wiping the enemy out. So, ooh, what a hit there. 105 there. It looks like the enemy's trying to readjust their formation and they're making a test tutor. They're making a fucking test tutor. I am out of ammo, unfortunately, so I don't get to have witnessed the magnificent thing of blowing them the fuck up. But a well-aimed cavalry charge could also blow them the fuck up. Right, artillery, call it a day and leave, please. Slingers, it's your turn to play now. Move forward and start hitting those auxiliary. I will bring the line forward to support you. So I want to try and lure the enemy into a line of spears. So, you lot, start moving up. Secondary line, also begin your move up. Skirmishers, you can position yourselves here. Enemy is pulling back a little bit. Looks like we're not pulling back to run away. Yeah, just trying to read my rods. Look at all those dead legionaries there. That is fantastic. That is just absolutely brilliant. And I'm just nervously backing away like they're fucking shit themselves. Alright, cavalry, let's keep you on the move. Looks like enemies are going to try to start moving forward a little bit now, but they're not 100% committed to what they're up to, is what I'm going to say. They're not 100% committed, right? Iberians, let's just have you maintain your position here, just so then you know what you're doing. Right, backup line, let's keep you moving forward. Main line, slingers have now found their mark, so we'll have you just be right behind them. Basically, what I want to happen is I want the enemy to just go on a wild frenzies charge. We're not going to waste ammunition on that test tutor, by the way, because, well, yeah, it's a waste of ammunition just hitting that thing. We want to just be hitting... I think someone is trying to hit it anyway. But we just want to be hitting this auxiliary unit right here. That is my target. Right, auxiliary. Let's just make sure you are more or less right behind them. You need to keep moving forward because you're not hitting anything where you are. Come on. Get your head in the game, lads. Right, you lot. Let's have you right there. We're basically breathing down the neck of my units, but it is fine. It is good. Right, looks like the general is going to go on a move. Ah, he wasn't, damn it. I was hoping he'd go on a move because hitting a Roman cavalry with slingers can be so fucking satisfying. Ah, he's moving, right. Good. Slingers, target him. Get a volley out on him now. Right, managed to hit one of them, right. And he was just pulling this line a little closer to me now, so... Basically got an enemy that's inching forward. That test tutor broke, by the way. Right. They're coming for you. Quickly behind the spear line so they can get lured. Right. Those auxiliary, I know what they're up to. They've seen my general. They're thinking, ooh, can I go in and kill him? You know what, general, get behind my line as well. You guys, move in. They're yours to play with. General, be careful. I'm not having two dead generals in one episode. That's just really, really bad for me. And my image and everything, really. It's bad for everything. Having a general die sucks. Right, we're getting hit by pilgrims over here. Taking a couple of hits, but let's start moving forward now. Let's get proactive. Make sure that they just clash into spears. Right, brilliant. Right. You guys, it's not really needed from you anymore. Where did our Sacred Band get to, by the way? Sacred Band, where are you? You're over here right now. Okay. Right, we need to get some assistance from my fellows over here. So, right, Poenis, let's move in and start helping out because my guys are doing okay, but we're not going to last forever, are they? Slingers, keep hitting whatever's at the front right now. Other slingers, don't be afraid to join. Right, you lot, get in there, intercept. what those legionaries just want to join in. So let's try and make sure that they're not getting themselves in at 100%. There we go. We're starting to distract the unit a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted them just to focus on something else, right? Start hitting those auxilia. Start hitting those light auxilia. Light auxilia die so fantastically to spears. Well, not to spears, but they would. But they die fantastically to slingers as well. Basically, light auxilia are only really good for dying. That is literally their only purpose in life. They exist to die. Right. Managed to get some relief for these Poennies. So these guys are, you know, they are taking quite a hit, but the early legionary as well is also getting hit quite badly, right? Guys, I want your line to be there. I want it to be behind this Poenny because I need you supporting. We need to pull this line out in a minute because it's not going to last forever, right? You lot keep hitting the light auxilia. You lot try and hit the other light auxilia because they've shown themselves now. Sacred Band. Tell you what, I mean, this entire battle's just fucking off over here at this point. Don't want to bring my cavalry in just yet because we've got 2 auxilia just watching with beady little eyes. Right. Poennies. We are going to get ourselves out of there. And looks like, I think those, I just heard a retreat noise. They're cutting and running. Right, General. Try and get in there and hit what you can. Our Poennies, unfortunately, here did break. They fought it to the end, really. They didn't quite make it in the end. So, right, I want you guys to come in and support. Slingers. Get in there and support. Those lot, they've cut and run, and we're not going to catch them, unfortunately. I did want to try and eliminate the entire army, but, yeah. It's not going to happen this time. But, you know what? While they're running, I want you to hit what you can. Just keep them busy, really. That's all I want. There we go. Majority of our studs are just going and hitting the enemy. Push the legionaries into a full rout now. I'm going to push whatever's left into a full rout, and then I say we chase down what's left of this army. I say we don't give them any quarter, but they'll probably run away too far. I need to take down the other Julii army as well, really, so hands are a little bit tied, but we'll do what we can. Still, that army's down there. Right, Slingers, I want you to call it a day. Ceasefire. General, finish the job. Let's get rid of this last unit now. Make sure no one in this unit survives. There we go. Perfect hit. But alright, one idiot died, but just see that this entire unit is just eliminated nice and quickly. I mean, that was just a fucking smash down there for that unit. Oh, that's it. One guy did live, but let's face it, he's gonna run. Chase him down, see that he's eliminated. That was a good stab. That went right through his back, and yet somehow he didn't die. And then he just sort of shifted into nothing. Right. The enemy is beaten.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
It was an okay victory. We were fighting an enemy who didn't really have their heart in it. Hence, that's why we only lost less than 200 men. But at the same time, we've halved Captain Aulus's army. Hopefully, he'll go away now. But if I have the opportunity to chase him down and finish him for good, I would very much appreciate that. And ooh, we might. Where are you running, you idiots? Ooh, don't cross that bridge now. Oh, he's going to cross the bridge. He's going to run into Julii territory. Was this some sort of crappy way to try and get home?
Victory!
Okay, I'm not going to chase you down just on the condition that there's a great big army watching you. However, you know what? I know there's still Julii around, but right, Patavium. Oh, we need a garrison set up in 1 turn's time, right?
Sire.
Get a unit of Sacred Band in there just for now, just to babysit. Agiricus, it ain't over yet for you, my lad.
Mighty General.
Gonna put whatever we have there, and you know what, you lot,
My liege. Sire.
we'll go home.
Splitting the troops.
And you,
Mighty General.
I know we're pretty much an hour into this episode, but you know what, let's finish it off with one more battle.
Attack!
Go in and attack Captain Luca. Sagestica shouldn't be dealing with this because Sagestica needs to focus on growing its population because it's too depleted. So let's have our fun because Captain Luca doesn't really have anywhere to run because he's basically got his back to a mountain. So strength ratio is 43 in my favour. We outnumbered by over 1,000 men, and I didn't mean to do that. And it ends up with me losing. Fuck's sake! And that, my friends, is why I don't fucking use auto-resolve. Right. Looks like I'm going to have to time travel back to my last save game because I ain't fucking accepting that result. No bloody way. So that is actually a good place to call it an episode. So, next time, let's play Rome Total War. I'm going to replay that last battle in private because, look, I'm just straight up not accepting that result. That is fucking bullshit. And, yeah, we'll do that battle properly because I honestly accidentally hit that auto-resolve button and, well, I think I rest my case. Outnumbered by 2,000 men, strength ratio was in my favour, and I still fucking lose because that is why auto-resolve just doesn't like me. So, next time on Let's Play Rome Total War, we'll redact the timeline to a timeline where I'm not so inaccurate with my mouse clicking. See you there.